What a beautiful day this have been. I have been down in the bed, seemed like the blood pressure had got all over me and I couldn't move hardly. And while I was laying there having a talk with, it's good to have a talk with the Lord and Savior. That's one thing. Yahoo will hear and answer prayer. That's one thing about it. When you get down and you seem like you can't make it, turn it over to Yahoo. Yahoo will get you up, pick you up, and turn you around and send you on your way. But you got to have that faith. When you have that faith in Yahoo, all things is possible if you only just believe. I believe that Yahoo came in and uplifted me up out of the bed simply because I'm up now and I'm feeling great. Thank God, for Yahoo because He always will answer your prayer. Prayer of the righteous will prevail it much. You remember that. That's one thing about it. I remember that when He said, "When you need me, Ernest, I want you to call me." And believe me, I needed him because I couldn't hardly walk to the washroom. I was stumbling and, scared I was going to fall and hurt myself. But yet, you just have to wait on Yahoo, lay down, take it easy. I don't know, did he did it or I ate the wrong food or what happened, or whatever happened. But I thank God for Yahoo. I'm up and walking around now. Now it's time for me to give Yahoo some praises simply because he said when the praise goes up, the blessing will come down. The blessing is already here. Simply because Yahoo already have blessed you, and He will continue to bless you. Oh yeah, I want to talk about the family just a little, just a little. Sometimes we have a little thing going through our family, and seem like that things is not right. But I'm here to tell you, but we will go through our little ups and downs, but never leave your family. That's one thing about it, because family is well needed. Family is well needed, and so don't forget about that. Family is well needed simply because sometimes you can go to a family member, y'all can sit down and talk and make you feel better. I thank God for my daughter, my son, them called me. Kind of hot up in here. I thank God for my daughter and my son. They did answer. He called me out of nowhere, and they didn't know exactly what. Was going on with me simply because that I was going through. But something about when the parent would go through with something, he would touch a child hard to call, and believe me, they just called me out of the blue. Dad, how you doing? I said, well, I'm laying down in the bed. I can't hardly move, but better yet, I'm doing okay so far. And my son had called me first, then my other daughter called me, then my other daughter called me. I said, oh, look at God, look at God. God will provide. That's one thing about it. He will provide some understanding, with the family. When you going through with your family, every family will go through with something. And when you're going through with something, let it, just let it go away, but keep contact with your family. Keep contact and you keep praying for one another because prayer, like I said, prayer of the righteous prevaileth much. One thing, that's one thing about it. I thank God for Yahoo. Yahoo seemed like I just couldn't get that dizziness, everybody's so dizzy. I just couldn't get it away from me. But one thing about it, I looked up to Yahoo. I asked Yahoo to come in, Lord. Lord, come in and do something about this here because this thing is getting a little too rough for me. But I know nothing hard for God to work out. When I went and took that shower, honey, I'm gonna tell you, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. When I went to took that shower, stood under the shower, held onto the wall, and started praying to Yahoo. Believe me, something started to move into me. I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel when the Spirit started talking to me. He's saying, you're gonna be all right. And brother, I am all right now. I thank God for Yahoo. Yahoo will never leave, never forsake you. But it's good to, hey, I can put it like this. It's good to talk on the shower, let the water rain down, let the raindrop fall down on you. I tell you, when you can pray in water, water got power. Power. I guarantee you, when you pray over water, water removes some stuff away from you. You got to believe that. Even when you go into a water, will move the evil spirit away from around you. But I thank God, I thank God. God will provide, the same way that He provided for Joseph when they throw Joseph down in the well. You believe me, I'm talking about the family now. Yeah, when they throw Joseph down in the well, but they figured that they had got rid of Joseph, and said a bear or something came and ate him up, went back and told the daddy. Daddy took it hard. But that's one thing about it. God will provide. God got Joseph about that well and took him over to he went to jail. Y'all know the story. He went to jail, and then a woman lied on him, said she got raped by him, all that old stuff. But let me tell you what, God will provide. God got a way of bringing people back together. And then it was Simon came across the land. And when the Simon came across the land, Joseph, daddy's son up to get some feed, to feed the flocks. And as they started walking towards them, and Joseph was sitting up on the throne, like and looking at them. Let me tell you one thing, God knows how to change things in the twinkling of an eye. That's one thing what he would do. And believe me, when Joseph said, one day y'all gonna have to kneel down before me. Believe me, that was the time they had to kneel down before Joseph. That's one thing about it. I tell you, God will provide that for you. Oh yes, oh yes. And they were able to get the feed and believe me, and it brought the family back together again. And a long story short, I don't want to keep you too long. And when Joseph said that the young lad that they had was his brother, and Joseph shouted out, I'm your brother, I'm Joseph, and hey, that's a beautiful thing when you can see your brother have made something out of himself when you try to get rid of him. But that one thing about it, God know how to protect his own. And when God know how to protect his own, he'll move you up a little higher. And that's what he did to Joseph. He moved Joseph up a little higher. And I can imagine how Joseph's brother felt, and they lied and played like he was dead. I can imagine how he felt. I can imagine how he felt, the old boy feels, simply because they told a lie. They said somebody came, or a bear or something, ate him, or a wild animal ate him up, or whatever. But that's one thing about it. I tell you one thing, God know how to bring a family back together again. I thank God that he know how to bring family back together again. And when you are going through with something, come together, you join up. And when you can join up, strength come in and love one another. Then the one who ever started it up, never mind that, just hug and kiss him, and hug and kiss her, simply because maybe she needed somebody to talk to, and that's the way she throw all her frustration off on the family. But learn how to treat one another better. But I'm telling you, God will provide strength for that family. Oh yeah, for that unity there are strength. God will provide. Even He provided Himself when the Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego went in the furnace of fire. He provided for them. There was some went in the fire with them. God will provide. Even Daniel, when Daniel went down in the lion king, there was an angel. He locked the lion mouth. God will provide. He did provide for me. And I'm thankful to God that I'm getting closer and closer to my birthday. I'll be 70 years old. I thank God for that. God will provide. And I believe that I will see that birthday. Oh, yeah, He will provide. But I would like to tell the elders right here, I would like to tell you that keep your hand in the wine of change, which is the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Hold on to his hand. And the young people, I want y'all to do something. It's time to get ready to go out there and vote in a little while here. But I want the older people, all that old stuff, what they have pulled against us after all of this time here, they'll come up in the church. Many times I said, come in and line, see what they're going to do. And they won't even do that when they get into the office. That's one thing what they won't do. They carry the same old game over and over again. My God, these some new people is coming up on the scene. These young people ain't gonna take no mess. And when they ask for their reparation, they want their reparation. And that's one thing about it. Everybody still just talking about the reparation. I don't care how Trump now go around and started talking about your reparation and started talking about your neighborhood, started talking about the program that need to be in the neighborhood, started talking about that. And these people are running around here act like they ain't got no sense, running around with the guns. Look here, why don't y'all just leave us alone? And if that's what y'all want to do, act a fool, you can get off to your own self, but leave the neighborhood alone. Leave the neighborhood alone. Y'all meet somewhere in the park. If y'all want to do some message there, y'all meet somewhere in the park and do that. Leave our young people. We want our young people to live. We want our young people to be in a place that they really can enjoy themselves. That's what we really need. We need those young people because they are growing up. David said, once I was young, but now I'm old. But once I was young, now I'm old. Now I'm telling you, but y'all must take these words that I'm telling you now to go down life highway. These words what I'm telling you to go down life highway. Learn, sit down and talk with your son. Sit down and talk with your daughter. Because many young people I talk to, when I be running Uber, many people I talk to, they just want to hear something good. Oh, I've never heard a person talk like you talk before. They just want to hear something away from the elder. And believe me, they give me so much respect, and I give them respect. When you give others respect, they will give you respect. Don't go out there because you're old, you talking all of those crazy man. Don't nobody want to listen to the old person talk crazy man. They looking for wisdom, and that if you have that, you give it to them. They be so happy to talk to you. The young man came. He said, "I never had nobody talk to me the way that you talk to me." I said, "Yeah, it's time for me to talk to you because you came up, you asked me, and that's what I know. I provided for you." He said, You talk like my granddaddy." I said, "Well, I can't be your granddaddy." I can be your daddy and granddaddy. All you got to do is listen to what I'm saying. If that's what you heard your granddaddy say, I'm saying the same thing. It must be right. It must be right. And I like to tell you, young people, God will provide. Hold on. If you're looking for a good job, hold on. Don't stop because one job turn you down. You look and say, "Well, go out here and do that, do some crazy stuff." No, you got to keep continue to go on. Reach out. You got to keep reaching out. And one day you will get up, you will walk right into your blessing because God been opening up a door for you. You walk right into the blessing, the job that the people said you can't get. Believe me, you can get it. You can get it. All you got to do is put Yah in front of you, Yahoo in front of you, put the Lord and Savior in front of you. I guarantee you, doors will be open. Even I'm gonna tell you something. A door will go open. People wonder how you do. I know a man from Galilee. Won't he set your soul free? I know that for a fact because he have did it for me. Down through life's journey, I had my ups and I had my downs. But one thing about it, I know that God will hear and answer the prayer. Brother, keep walking up. Keep looking up because I feel it speaking. Keep praying up that God will heal and answer prayer.